Stepping in the spot like she own it. Looking like the world is your runway. She can set it off like a gunplay. Oh my, yeah. Talk of the city with that body. Always getting praised like it's Sunday. She said, baby, what you gonna do about it?
I'ma twerk like this. But I am tired.
Oh my goodness.
We're not on the same beat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I think we're aware.
Okay.
It was a unique intro.
It was, because this is a unique topic.
Is it?
I mean, well, it's not really, but, you know. Hey, y'all. Hey, welcome back to Trifoolery, a podcast redefining sisterhood. And today, on the pod, it's me. It's Amanda. We also have...
Candy.
I'm Tommy Tom.
And I'm Shakira.
Look at that. And we are back with another
Girl,
episode.
no.
Wow.
Childish.
If y'all cannot tell, season 3 is off the rails. And it has
really
been off the rails
Yes,
since day
y'all have
one.
been just... I don't...
We tackling all of the common topics in the.
You're not gonna run that by right up, y'all.
Yo, I've been on my best behavior.
That's
I
a
be
lie.
trying to keep the kids in line.
Interesting.
Seeing as how you're one of the youngest,
Talk
boo.
about us.
She's one of the.
That don't mean nothing, you child.
I'm not a child. I'm the second oldest, so respect your
Do
elders.
you act like the second oldest?
Respect your elders.
Yes, I do act like the second oldest. Anybody can tell that I am. Unless
She
we
be
started.
having these people online bamboozled.
Anybody
You hear
could
me?
tell that I am.
Bamboozled.
Anywho,
Behaving this episode.
so today,
Okay. Well, we be behaving together. Your friend with
She
you.
said she behaving this episode. I'm trying to make her misbehave. Okay.
as you can see, today we're all dressed all lovely as always, but you know it's a little extra oomph today. In honor of the episode that we're talking, or the topic that we're talking about, which is this entering your soft girl or soft woman era.
Yeah.
And where the hell did this come from? Because I was on the TikToks, and it's so funny. Even on Instagram, all of these people be talking about, I'm entering my soft life. I'm entering my soft life. And I'm like, girl, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
So
That's
I
my
thought we
question.
would talk about it today to see what the tribe thinks about it. And, you know, if we are entering our soft girl era, is it something that's going to sustain, or, you know, is it going to be a little fad, or, you know. So the first question is, what do you think that the soft girl or soft woman life is? How do you define it?
Start.
Go ahead.
I would like to start by hearing your question and throwing it back at you. What the fuck is
Soft girl.
Soft
That's what I was gonna say. What is that?
Yeah.
Like, what does soft girl era mean? Like, and what does that entail? Because that show's going. I don't know.
Can't say she'll know, because she'll know.
So, Shakira, do you have anything?
No.
Okay, well, shit.
What is soft
I mean,
girl?
I hear it and I
What do you
see
perceive
what
it to be?
they-
Right.
Being able to be in my, like, what I be seeing, which I'm pretty sure all of the women are saying soft girl instead of saying submissive girl. I mean, I feel all of the things that they're attributing to soft girl era is just like, you're asking or saying that's where you're going into, but it's still, I don't think it's going to change who you are individually. But I could be wrong.
You know what I've been saying? I've been seeing a grab bag of stuff. Like, sometimes I see the soft girl era as this luxurious thing where these girls are living the opulent life, and they're going to the spa, and they're going to go on wine trips and all of this other
They're going
stuff.
to the spa.
They're going
and
to the
having
spa
a spot of tea
and having a spot of tea
and a glass of
and a
wine.
little crumpet.
So can we go get massages again?
I would like that.
You know, I'm not mad at that.
So if that's what it is, I'm game.
But it's
That
like,
I would
lady
also like to know who's
massaged
paying
the
for this
fuck
shit.
out of my body. I was hurting for days.
Okay,
like
well,
I had
not
a
where we
workout.
went that time. That was awful.
Yeah,
But
no.
somewhere else.
but you know, but I feel like what I'm seeing though is that it's this hyper focused version of that, like of this
Okay.
lap of luxury. Like, oh, well, I'm here in my soft girl era, and I have my Birkin, and I have this, and I have that, and I'm just gonna sit and just listen and just chill and just do the things that make me happy.
Speaking of that, they
So
have a
soft
Houston
girl is just
speakeasy.
about-
Can we go?
I'm down for it. There's a few.
materialistic shit
There's actually a
that
few
you have.
speakeasies.
Oh, that's a good question.
So is soft girls correlated to materialistic shit that you have?
That's what you're seeing online. But when you look at the true definition of what the soft life is, and I have it defined here because I mean,
Is that Urban Dictionary?
no, it's not. It's
Oh, okay.
it's the dictionary of TikTok.
I can't.
No. So
shit.
what a soft life is defined as is a life of ease, peace, comfort, and intentional happiness. No struggle, love, stress, and distress, and it consists of mutual relationships and self-care.
Shit, I'm down for the soft life.
That sounds lovely.
I
It sounds lovely.
I'll be soft.
It sounds idealistic, but
Very
it
much
sounds
so.
lovely.
It does. It really does. But it's like realistically, in my mind, like when I see it come on my feed and stuff, I'm like, how realistic is that to maintain on a day-to-day basis? Like
So
to me, it's
what is unrealistic about it?
because and, I mean, yes, I can prioritize self-care, but there's also an element of real life that happens. Like shit, sometimes things are stressful, but it's my response to the stress and how I decide to do it.
Yeah.
And I feel like to me where it can be a little bit detrimental is that people are painting this picture of, yes, you're going to live this soft life and this is how it's always going to be.
Yeah.
And that's not the case. And it's not a realistic goal to be, I'm going to be on my soft girl era. Like,
It should
no.
have been more of my soft girl moment rather than era. Because I, don't know if people know the definition of era.
I think there has
it
to
could an
be.
era though.
Go ahead.
I think it could be an era, just
so?
because like, so like for any era, we had the Great Depression era or different things like that. Everybody wasn't broke in the Great Depression, right? And there's still moments of different, like even so when you have these different eras, that doesn't exclude anything else. That just means majority, like for instance, like we say we choose happiness, right? So just because I choose to be happy and I'm in a place of happiness doesn't mean that I will never be sad. Doesn't mean that I would never come across something that may challenge that happiness. But overall, I'm still in my era of I'm happy. Like I found a piece where I'm happy in life. Despite like, you know, I dealt with this motherfucker yesterday, right? Like that in itself upset me. But overall, I'm not unhappy.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't think that it's wrong to call it an era. Like it's not ideal to think that that's what it's going to be roses and sunshine every day. But
Or painting the lap of luxury
Right.
every day.
right,
That's
but
what I was about to say. I think there needs to. It sounds like there needs to be. What does this thing? What does this opulence or this luxury or this soft girl era look like on a rainy day?
right.
And not like literal rain, of course, but like on a shitty day, on a day where I feel crappy, on a day where things aren't going right. What does living that sort of lifestyle look like? Yeah.
So how would, like, in that same vein though, how do you answer that question? Like, what does that look like? Even when shit's shitty, how do you still live that soft girl? Like, you know what? I'm just gonna.
It's intentional. I think that is very intentional. I'm sorry if you was about to say something because I was staring off into space. and I
Something
spoke.
irrelevant. I was about to say, I heard this girl say, I ain't no weak ass bitch. She's like, I don't understand that because I ain't no weak ass bitch.
That too.
And so,
That is.
so it doesn't have to do with what you just said the definition was. And I'm going to try and work from that standpoint.
But you're right though. I saw this video where this girl was like, "Oh, you need to be a little soft. Like you need to be in your soft girl era." So she was like, "I ain't no weak ass bitch," and then she was like, then she changed her tone. She's like, "I'm not a weak ass bitch." Like I was like, you know, I'm not mad at that.
My thing is, so what does that look like on a person? Because
Like,
there's this.
I think it's different.
It does sound like based on the videos, it's me showing you the glam and the
But I don't
luxury
think that's
and
soft,
stuff
though.
like that.
Because it's like they're trying to paint this picture of, I guess.
But that's
the
material.
the
But that's
opposite
I feel
side
like
of
that is
I
just
agree.
material
I
things. That's not
completely
even.
agree.
that's not even saying what a soft like. So
I agree with you.
what I had said, I think was it to Shakira a while. I think it might have been me. You're having a conversation, and I said that I wouldn't, because you know how we talk about me being headstrong in general, and I think I mentioned to you, like, if I'm in a relationship with someone, I would like to be soft. Like I would like to, and so to me,
What does that mean to you? What is
what does
soft
mean?
in that
like
relationship
not always
context?
being the person to have to carry the burden of being strong for everyone else around me, and like I would like to have moments to where. Like y'all know I'm very protective, right? But I would like to have moments to where if I'm laying in the bed, some shit pop off. I'm not always the first person to jump up, even though I do it. That's just who I am. But but it'd be nice to know that I'm not. I don't mind being soft. In
Or
a
I
sense,
don't have to.
do it, right? Or like the fact that I know I can fix a lot of shit around my house myself.
But I don't have to
do it,
Man,
right?
let me find a
So
man that
it's
can fix
different.
shit.
So it's just like one of those things. Like I wouldn't mind being soft. Like yes, I can do that. If you need me to step up and help, yeah, I'll do it because I'm capable of doing so.
Right.
But like when I go home, my brothers like he be like when I go to grab the trash, he popped the fuck out my hand. Little Billy, he be like, I got that. Or he'd be like, nephew, you grab, like talking to my son, like you grab
Right.
that trash. Like no, they got too many men in this house. Don't touch that trash. And I've noticed it a lot too. Like even though, yes, goddamn football team, y'all get on my nerves. However, one thing I can say when we travel, we're doing stuff like they make me aware of what I didn't realize that I was doing regularly. That you know what.
Like when you go to grab doors and you get your hand popped.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
different.
your baby be
Baby
popping
popped my
your
hand.
hand.
He did pop my hand for grabbing the goddamn
I had
dope.
that
You
scenario.
see
But
how
that
she
wasn't.
do?
You saw you slipped that in there. I was like,
So annoying.
But
So
that-
annoying.
that's besides the point. Damn it. But like, what you call like, I brought in. So I didn't even think about it. Right. So we were late and we were getting the pizzas. They were getting drunk. Right. The adults, and they forgot the person that was going to get the pizza was like, well, who's going to get the pizza? They're intoxicated. I was a sober person. And I was like, well, I'll go get the pizza. Send me the address. Because they ordered it already and paid
Yeah.
for it. It just needed to be picked up. I seen that it was going to like close in like 5 minutes and I was 8 minutes away. They had already paid for this pizza. So now I'm
okay,
speeding to get
'cause
there.
it's
So you
how
know,
you
like
drive.
now my mindset, I'm
You know
rushing.
she
Right.
made it.
Oh, I
You
did
know
make
what
it.
her
Oh, I know
job
she
is.
did.
She
Oh,
made
I
it.
already know. She
I
made
made
it
it
down
with some
3.
minutes to spare too. So,
Right.
but that's besides the point. But the point I'm making is, so you know how when your mind is already in a rush, you're not thinking who can help me with this,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So when I came back to the house, I'm getting out the car with the pieces in my hand because I'm like, shit, I can't believe I made it over there in time. Like I'm getting out the car, not even thinking.
Patting herself on the back for
Right.
getting the pizza.
Right. And so I'm walking in and I walk in with the pizza in my hand and I get chewed out for not calling someone to say
Come help.
to come help you. He's like, why did you carry them pieces in? He's like, that's 10 boxes of pizza. I said, pizza ain't that damn heavy. That's my thought part. Like, pizza's not heavy. I'm balancing it. I ain't got nothing else in my hand but these pieces.
Right.
And like, I didn't think anything of it, but then it made me like constantly dealing with that on a regular basis, honestly, since my son has started football and then it being brought to my attention. And then when I would go home and with my brothers, and it's not as often I can say with my brothers because I'm not necessarily in a position to do certain stuff that
Right.
I have to worry about them stopping me. That I realized like
That
there's
you ain't
some-
living in your soft
I'm
girl
not.
era.
I'm not. And I realized like I've been
Basically.
carrying this burden like because I started it even when I started accepting it when I originally got married. Well, actually, I'm not my first. I attempted to do it. Then he made me mad. Right. He did his shit. I went back to being me. Like I ain't gonna let nobody do nothing for me. I
Yeah.
can handle it. And then I got married. I had to pull the weight.
Yeah.
And I was pulling all of the weight all of the time to the point to where everything became natural, like natural to me to do it without even thinking. And I realized like I don't necessarily want that. I like the way it
Man,
feels for
that
someone to tell me
made me
not to, that I
pissed
don't
off.
have to worry about it. Now it's ingrained in habit to do it, so it's hard to break it. But
Definitely.
to have that, like the way I feel when I have that, I like it feel like a less burden on me. Like I can handle other shit because I'm not worried about some other small things.
Yeah.
Because I think some of the soft girl
Good
era
reflection.
TikToks that I saw was that like you're with your partner, y'all get all packed, and then you become dumb. Mm-hmm. You be like, babe, what gay do we go to?
I can't
Right.
You
live
don't
that.
really become dumb.
like that?
You just trust your partner so much
Right.
to take care of
Everything.
everything and protect you that you're able to just be in vacation mode.
I didn't realize
allowing
this was
someone to protect you. That's what it is. Allowing someone to protect you.
I didn't realize this was a soft girl era video, but I have seen one like that where a girl was like me by myself, and she's like pulling all this heavy ass shit out of her her truck and bringing it in the house, and then she's like, as soon as my man's home, oh my God, can you grab that glass of water? Like, get out, girl! Not all this shit you just carried in.
All at one time.
But it's so
All at
it's,
one
it's
time.
automatic because we're not even thinking about it. Like it's so ingrained in us to just do it because we've either been by ourselves
Or 'cause we have to.
or we have to.
Yeah.
And it's
Speaking of
like
that,
we've been
remind
taught
me to
that we
come back
can't
to that
trust.
bullshit too.
Or we've been taught that we can't trust others around us to do it.
it's
And it-
Not me. As
I
soon
think
as I
that-
got a man,
The voice. It's the voice.
yeah.
I think the thing that is coming up from what we've said is the environment is so important. The environment dictates whether or not you feel like you can do this thing or not.
Yeah. See, I got told I have masculine
energy.
tendencies or something like that. Is that the
heard
term that it was told?
Man.
Energy.
No, I think he said
See, this
masculine or
woman-
I thought it was
aggressive.
manly.
He didn't say manly. I think he said masculine or what you call it. And remember, I got real offended because I talked to Shakir about it. I got really, really offended by that. I was like, what? And the response to that was, it's nothing that you have that is bad. He was like, you just never been he said, you haven't been in a position to where you have to worry about stepping down. You shouldn't have to do those things, but you do because of the position that you're in.
Yeah.
It feels almost idealistic. Like it's right there. You can see it, and then it's just like right out of reach. Like
Let me get no man. I ain't gonna
It's
do
hard.
shit for myself.
I
I'm
know
gonna
you
cook
I
and
can't help
clean
it.
and do laundry.
She's gonna
And
cook
that's
and
it.
clean.
I'm
Do
gonna cook
everything.
and clean and
Wash everything.
All right, then.
Smile and grin.
what is
And
that?
hand my man a pen
Some
so
Medea
he
show.
can write
Medea
that
goes to
check
jail play, I
paying
think.
all of my
I was
bills.
like, I fast forward through all of that.
He'll give it to me.
and say, ooh, 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 how does that feel?
I fast forward through all of the Medea songs. I cannot.
Bro, that's what you call it.
It
Bam.
really is. It's very
That's-
disrespectful, but I
That's bam.
cannot stand the singing
But
in
she was
Tyler Perry
so.
plays.
She said, "Oh Lord,
The
there's
first time
two
around,
of them."
I listened, like I watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
But like
The
when
second
I go
time,
back to watch,
fast forward.
Yeah.
Easily. Just,
She said,
I don't need to hear all
Can I
that.
Fast forward the
lay
songs
your
that's
phone?
Like, shut up.
Twisting
Yeah,
your
it's
locks.
them
Say,
them
can I
deep
twist your
deep
locks?
down in the water
Man, on
songs
your cross.
that I don't be like, I don't need to hear.
Christian Keys with his fine stuff.
Anywho.
Anywho,
Me and
now
my
that we
soft
done
girl
got all
era.
kinds of
Who was
soft,
the other guy? Who was the other guy?
With the
no,
locks,
the
I
locks.
can't remember
No,
his
no.
name.
He was fine as hell too.
He was.
Don't not
You
give him
get
his
light.
credit.
I get Christian Keys.
They both were some fine
Look.
ass men.
Keys. I pray to the Lord on that cross.
I'm not about to play with you.
I get down on
Heathen.
my knees and pray hard.
She's a heathen, y'all.
do
You would
She's
be
a
on,
heathen.
Do
you
y'all-
would be on your
Is
knees.
that your soft girl era?
It is. It's part of it.
But
But the thing that you're stating, as far as people posting like this lavish lifestyle, that lavishness and soft girl, I
It's
feel
two
like are
different
two
things.
different things.
I agree.
That's
like,
a good point. I
but
guess,
saying being able to now, I understand the concept of being able to do the relaxation things, the standpoint of it. Like, say, I want to be able to relax because sometimes we get. If it wasn't for y'all, I probably wouldn't do the self care that I need to do.
Candy
Thank you for the
Shush.
acknowledgement.
But I
Candy
think that because a lot of us have been consumed with working, making sure life be lifing for everybody, right? And then sometimes we forget to take a step back and like go to that spa, like to relax just for you, or even just like. And sometimes it don't have to be to a spa, but maybe that's the intent behind it. It's not necessarily meaning to be intending to. Show lavishness, but maybe that is their self-care. Like, I get to spurge on myself at this moment because I didn't do it before, or I get to go to this spa and relax because I did not do this before. And maybe that's the intent behind it, and it's just coming off wrong because if you're just showing like
Part of it.
like on materialistic thing instead of understanding the mindset behind it, it can be very misconstrued.
It is. It is, though. And I think that that's where we kind of hold the burden of being like, okay, this is cute, but this isn't what it always looks like. And it's like, we try to show this linear, or people try to show this linear, like, oh, okay, well, this is soft girl era, and this is just like, no,
And then
girl.
you look at your bank account and you like,
It ain't for me.
that
Right,
ain't
it
soft girl era.
I
The
gotta
struggle
check
is
out
real.
my
I don't want to
savings,
have to be strong
and
for
my
everybody all
chickens
the
and my
time.
savings said no.
They both said no. They both said I'm
They
gonna sit
said
in
you
this
need
house.
to be real hard about this.
You know what? I don't mind being strong for everybody else. I have a problem with like sometimes I don't want to be strong for me.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
real.
can you be strong for me because I'm holding this burden for everybody else?
Yeah.
yeah,
Legit.
especially like when people pass away, I be ignoring people and stuff. But Candy had showed up at my house this one time after somebody close to me had passed away,
With fuck.
and I
Here's some food.
not
No,
that
not
time.
that time,
I'm
second
talking
time.
about. I think
Oh.
she
But
was
yes.
coming to get her glasses, and I found out while she was driving to my house, and I had broken down, y'all, and she was like, "Oh, I don't know what to." I don't know what to do.
I was there, damn it. I was there.
Wim said all I had to do was be there.
I am here. Shit.
I am here.
Shit.
And I hate when I call people on the phone bawling. And I'm not talking about some, and so what had happened? No, I'm talking about,
Well, you can't talk.
Yeah.
She shocked me. She called me like that once too, and I was lost too. Cause I thought my mind immediately went to something that happened to the kids.
Right.
Cause that was the first time she ever called me like that. I was like, I don't know what's going on.
Right. It's oof.
But like being in a soft girl, man, I can't wait to just be an airhead.
But you know what I think too? I
can't
don't know
live
about the
that life.
airhead part.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
about
can't live
that.
that life.
But I think that too, what we fail to recognize is that we don't necessarily have to have soft girl even when it comes to getting a man. Like I feel like there's certain aspects that come with the man that there's a different type
You
of soft
unlock
girl.
that. To me, a
Right.
guy unlocks that in me.
Right.
Man.
A
But
man.
a man.
Unlock
But I feel like I feel like I've softened up a whole lot just dealing with y'all in general. Because
Yes, you have.
sometimes
You have.
we tell each other like certain things that like you don't have to worry about, right?
So sweet.
But well, because it's true though, because like certain things you don't have to tell.
Yeah.
Like y'all tell me, or even tell Shakira little ass, like you don't have to carry the weight by yourself, right?
Yeah.
Like, and we have to pull
Absolutely.
Amanda out from being a hermit, or you trying to hold it all in and pretending like you don't need out therapy sometimes, even though out therapy is kind of like fucked up. But
We just trying to find out who did it and fight
right,
them.
that part. But no, not just that. But like we tell them, you don't have to hold the weight.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to carry that burden.
Yeah.
And in doing so, that does take off a load.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might not be the same load that you would have if
If you could
you
catch
know,
a nut after.
that part.
But
it is a
still
load.
helps.
It
Yeah.
does
Nice.
help.
No.
Lean on me when you're not strong.
I'll be your friend.
I'll be your friend.
I'll help you
Carry on. Yeah.
Oh,
you always
Four.
gonna sing about it, bro.
we gonna sing about it. If we not gonna do
You gotta
shit
have
else,
a song
We
in
gonna
your
sing
soul.
about
We
it.
gon'
Have
sing.
a song
We
in
gonna
your
sing
heart.
and
What
have
she
a
said, I
nice
sing
little
because I'm
drink
happy?
about it. Look, we gonna have a nice little drink not made by Candy about it.
First of all, we're not gonna be disrespectful. My drinks are gonna be better for 2024.
are they?
Yes, I've made a decision.
What steps have you
So you're
taken
just
towards
going to
that?
put
Because
one-
after
you're not going to
after
double our
Christmas,
shots
it damaged
behind
us
our back.
all. It's time to reevaluate.
You're not gonna double our shots
I was
behind
like,
our back.
all that
No.
moonshine.
It's time to reevaluate. The Christmas fucked me up and
Man.
everybody else around me.
All right.
How are you?
I'm good. I was looking up something.
Oh, I thought we was talking to
we're about
penis.
to have a whole.
No, I was looking
About
up
to be
something.
that argument question.
No, we're not doing argument
Yeah.
questions.
I thought we were being soft.
We are.
We are.
That's why I'm
Arguing
not even
our
causing an
softness.
argument.
Okay. I just
I'm
want to
not.
be sure.
I'm really
I
not.
don't want to argue in my softness.
So,
Soft right now.
question about soft girl
I
era.
want a whole dress for this,
You did. I'm proud of you.
even though they keep calling me Wednesday.
I mean, if you pull your locks back, they would see what we mean. Because it's Giving Wednesday.
Definitely Wednesday. And Wednesday wasn't soft.
So, question. Wow. I mean, she had a moment.
No,
she
she was a
had
thug.
some very
She
black,
had some-
opulent, luxury looking.
She had
She
some
was
Thing was
moments.
very luxury in my
She had
mind.
some moments.
She was not soft as a person.
So, going
She's as
forward,
soft as a brittle pad.
living, I feel like part of soft girl era
Mm-hmm.
is talking about pursuing, but also balancing life, right? And a lot of that also deals with like energy, like feminine, masculine energy. So
What does that even fucking mean?
what? Feminine? Okay. So, well, what do you think
I
it
can-
means?
No, because I still feel the way about saying I have
About
masculine energy
feminine
sometimes.
and masculine energy.
What
What
does that even mean? Like, what is the definition of like?
Do you get
anything that people would normally consider manly?
Mm-mm.
You don't do anything.
I do things that people would do that are athletic, or people would do
No.
that
No. I said that other people would perceive.
And
as
I'm stating
manly.
what the perception is.
No. You can't tell
From
people
the
what
way
the
you
perception
perceive.
is.
She said, I perceive this perception.
No, so like, but you can't ask me what I assume that other people think, because first of all, everybody have a diverse way of thinking. So I can't say that each person thinks something specific.
So what I'm asking you, do you do anything that anybody in the world may perceive?
Well, if that's the case,
As
then everybody
manly.
do a lot of shit that's feminine, and a lot of people do a lot of shit
I'm
that's
asking
masculine.
about you. You. Don't make me call you by your whole name.
Specifically. So what do you do that's masculine? Shit.
You gonna
Why
ask,
are
you
you
gonna answer her
asking? Why are you
question?
Because
I'm
if
asking
I,
a question.
because if I ask the question, what does that really mean? That means I'm posing the question to y'all. What does that mean? And you asking me the question, I just asked.
I'm asking you the question.
She asked you the
because-
question.
I asked the first. No,
She
I
asked you
said
a question first.
I asked the question
But
first. I
I'm
said, what does that
asking
even
you-
mean? What does feminine mean? Like, what does that
Oh,
even mean
okay.
to you? And what
You
is
talking about that
masculine? And you gonna ask me a question? I ain't asked you. Don't answer my question with a question. Answer my
Because
goddamn
you already
question.
know the answer. Is
No, I
yes.
don't. Answer the question. I said, what does it mean? I ain't say if I was. I said, what does that mean? So the answer is not a yes or no answer.
No, the answer to my question is yes.
No, it's no.
It's
Anyway,
no.
Okay, so
well,
You couldn't even say that with a straight face, saying no.
So I think to answer your question, a lot of the feminine energy comes in the things that
it's
we
very
see.
masculine, guys.
It's very like 1950s, like, oh my God, I'm here to take care of you and serve and da da da. I think
So
that's where
why does serving and submissiveness
is
is
that-
feminine?
I think that's part of it. I'm not saying that's all of it.
Yeah.
I think it's a very big part of it, because it's like not having to take control of a situation. Like, I think that's very, like, sometimes that could be considered very masculine energy, when it's like, okay, I'm taking control and I'm leading this and I'm doing this, but that's based on shit that happened in the past. That's not based on current
And
times.
masculine is what we as single moms have to do a lot of times, is be strong when we rather not
Take a
have
nap.
to be strong in certain situations,
And crawl up in the bed.
and crawl up in the bed and lay around about it.
I think about
I look at that as toughening it
feminine.
out.
very masculine friend. Very
I'm like,
masculine statement.
she's not trying to accept it.
I think of it like yin and yang, and how these two energies can't exist without each other.
Right.
How there is in this idea of femininity a softness, yes, not to be comparable to being weak, but a softness. There's a nurturing spirit that people just associate with feminine. Y'all know what I'm trying to say.
Anemone.
That right there. It's qualities along that particular train of thought that we associate with femininity, and then masculine energy in the same way. And the reason that you might associate, or people might assume that you have some of these things, is because, again, like yin and yang, these are two things that can't exist without each other. So everybody has a little bit of the other. Whether or not we want to associate all of them to one group of human and associate the other to one group of human, we all have a little bit of that. And just as y'all mentioned before, when I don't have enough of one, it's usually due to my environment. Or when I'm not exhibiting the characteristics of one, it's probably because my environment does not allow for it. But that part is still in me, which is why I can exhibit it. So I can exhibit a masculine behavior when the environment doesn't allow for me to be in a feminine space. I can exhibit femininity when, like y'all said, a man enters the situation and he actually steps up to the plate and does these things that make me feel like I'm safe enough to really show that, to be that, and to be comfortable in it without fear that I'm going to have to jump back into something. And even like you said, like, I want to not have to be the first one to jump up to the door. But knowing who you are, after he hops up, you hopping up right behind him. And so it's still something that's there. We can use it in the same way. It should
Right.
be something that flows naturally.
Yep.
Everything has its place. Same thing with ego. Ego has its place. And so
on,
it's
Freud.
really just, it's not negative. It's made to be negative. But I think if you don't consider all of the context of it, then of course it is. Or if we only look at, of course, social media. I'm sorry, social media is the devil at this point.
Ooh.
But
For
we
sure.
only look at that, then,
Yeah.
yeah, we only see things from that lens.
Because some people do say that it's like capitalism in a pretty just in disguise, like because
I can
it's
see that.
it's
Wait,
like
tell me.
it's a
Those particular videos.
because it's a portrayal of
right?
easy living,
Yeah.
You were
but
referring
it's
to
Oh,
like but it's
yeah.
it can be can be considered classist, racist because it's like, well, shit, who has time to be soft?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like in
It's
my
only
life and
appropriate for
what I'm
certain people.
doing, how
Who make a
like
certain amount. Yeah. Okay.
that part.
I could definitely see that real easily.
You know, because hell, if I ain't got it,
Then I ain't got
ain't no
it,
softness.
bitch.
Like I'm, you know, or but my counter to that is you have to do it with the means that it might not look like what you see on social media,
Yes.
but you have to find your version of
Of
soft
Yeah.
in your life.
I probably can't go
But
to the
soft
spot,
shouldn't
but I
be-
could go to Five Below and give me a whole little massager and
You-
massage
that part.
myself. Some
Right.
oil.
Give me
I
a
can
little
go
face
soak
mask.
in the damn
Okay,
tub,
give me a
light the
face
candles,
mask.
put on some music, lock
I
everybody
can
out.
make my own sport.
Read a little book.
Massage myself.
part.
Hey,
That's my soft girl era.
I don't-
And I got 9 books to go, y'all. My goal was 100 books, and
By
I got
tomorrow?
9 books to go. Yes.
Not by tomorrow, though.
The friend, I'll read some children's books.
Girl,
She
I'm
said,
not
"I'm
gonna
gonna
play
hit
with you."
this
You
goal."
have done.
She said,
That's a lot.
You've done.
I've read
the-
91.
that's
Amen.
a lot. That's a lot of books.
Amen.
in 1 year.
That's a lot
That's
of books.
good.
Amen.
stuff.
That's amazing.
That's a
I'm
lot of
on
books.
Book Talk now, y'all. So I'm
Book
happy.
talk is amazing. I
I
love
have no
book
idea
talk.
what the hell that. What is that?
I don't ask me. Don't look
It's,
at
You
me.
are-
they have different areas on TikTok, and it based on your interest. Yeah. So I'm on Book Talk.
And they recommend like, did you do the Kindle thing? I'll talk to you about it later.
I'm about to
Okay.
say, I
know what
listen
you're
to
talking
audio
Okay.
books and I read.
Yeah, that
but
sound like
I
some
don't
soft
know No,
But-
Just kidding.
But you know,
soft ass
girl
shit.
shit.
but that's real though. I feel like we should. That's the message I feel like we should be promoting. Like
Yeah.
What it- what
instead
it's
of this
supposed to look like.
idealized version, like what does it look like to you?
I feel
Yeah.
like soft girl should be a mentality. It's not just an action because each action will be different, customized to the person, right?
Yeah.
So because I can probably go to a spa and still be feeling like I'm having a bad day if I'm mentally not in a space of me allowing myself to be soft and accepting whatever this care is,
Yeah.
whatever this thing that I'm doing for
Yeah.
me is. And like
Yep.
soft girl is allowing yourself to be, whether it be with a guy, allowing him to protect you, because I don't care what y'all men say, we allow you to protect us.
Right.
Yeah, because I can cut somebody real quick.
Right. We allow you to protect. Not saying that
I'll
like
let you lay next to me and you ain't gonna wake up.
she's crazy.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm hearing.
Allowing that space of softness, and I think that also softness comes from allowing people to help, not just the men, just allowing people in to help, and not shouldering everything on your own. Shut the hell up, Shakira, because your looks are saying enough.
word.
Your looks was saying enough.
So I do have a question that may start an argument.
Shakira already started one.
I know.
With no words.
No
Fire.
Really, just eyes.
say-
Eyes
They
only.
say, what is it, like a certain percentage is body language?
I ain't even have body language. I just
She
looked
said
at
nonverbals.
smile.
It was the
Nonverbal.
nonverbal cues.
Go ahead.
So my question is, what about for men? Are they allowed to have a soft man stage?
I don't think
believe
it should be as a stage, but I think,
I think we should do a rebranding of that name.
It's
You know, I know that it's
we
not
need a
the
better
best
name for
term.
it. But should men have a space? I don't think it should be called soft shit. But
No.
We like space.
say
Yeah.
men should have a space. Men should have a space
Where
for
they
self
could
care.
be.
Yeah, I agree.
Where they are protecting their own mental space and where they can feel protected as well, because they may
Yeah.
they may protect us in a certain way that we expect, but they should still be allowed. If you have a partner, you should still feel protected in that space.
I
You
agree.
should come home and have some type of peace, and then trust that whatever you bring to this table, that you are okay and you are still loved. You're not judged. That you're not
Absolutely.
fighting the rest of the shit that you're fighting out there in the world. That's,
But
you don't
even
have that here.
outside of a partner, like I feel like men should have
Men should
that.
come- should come together
They,
and
they
do that.
need to have that space, and even
Yeah.
though they might not feel manly
Right.
when doing it, I think
I mean,
But their self-care
maybe
is
it looks
different,
different.
'cause
Like,
they
yeah,
can
maybe
play
it looks
video
different.
games.
Like for me, I know this is still like in a relationship, but I absolutely encourage having your friendships and making sure and nurturing those friendships. I'm like, I have my friends. I can go to them at any point. And granted, you can always come along, but I definitely, and he does.
My baby
But I
father sure
also
does.
encourage him. Make sure that you and your boys are good on the regular.
Yep.
Go out, kick it with them instead of only seeing them on the holidays or seeing them when y'all want to get together
Go hang
for
out.
doing the thing that they do the most. Go actually intentionally
Yeah.
go spend some time.
And
And so
talk to
they've
each
been
other.
kind of doing that, yeah, so that they
And
could
talk.
actually make that opportunity to talk. Because other than that, is we get together when it's convenient because,
Right.
you know, whatever.
exactly.
But being able to kind of see that, he's like, yo, like, we really had a good time. And then I'm like, well, actually, you could have stayed home instead now. But but I love to see him going out and intentionally planning with them.
Yeah.
Let's go Nerf gun fighting at one of the marinas. Let's go eat Mexican food together, whatever, and just chilling. Like,
Yeah,
spend
it's
time,
necessary.
And
build
also
those healthy
we should definitely
relationships.
should encourage them to, like, not only do you have fun together, don't be like create. If there's friends that you can't talk to, then don't be with them.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of guys too, they're quick. I've heard it from plenty of, like, y'all have someone to talk to, right? And it's not. So I feel like it's so many of them that's saying that, but it's not the lack of wanting to talk. So if that be the case, surround yourself with people that you can be like, okay, well,
You
hey,
can be open with.
Yep.
I want to be able to talk. Like, it may feel awkward at first because it's not normal for them versus with society. But encouraging that, I feel like you probably do that as well for brother-in-law, encouraging him to talk and open up with his friends, to have that type of
Or at
relationship.
least be that space so that they
Right,
can.
and like, and be a
if they
space
need to
so
or
they
they
can-
want to.
And sometimes when you allow the space for somebody else to talk and they feel like it's okay and there's no judgment, it's easier to, like, you're teaching. You could
yes.
teach
Reach,
someone
yeah.
how to be a good friend or a
Yep.
better friend. You could teach them by being a leader in that aspect.
Absolutely.
And you could recreate it, not a soft, but a space for men
And I think,
to be men. I feel like that be human, be men, and to be men as a whole.
Yeah.
and I actually saw on a podcast, little clip, just scrolling through TikTok. And I wish I could remember right off the bat, but they asked him like something to the form of "How you doing?" or "What's up with your peoples?" or
And he
something
started
like
crying?
that.
Was that the one
I
where the
don't-
guy started crying?
His eyes turned really red.
Yeah, like he was about
And
to.
he
I
was
think I
like,
remember
"I'm
that.
tired trying to find people out here, because it's hard. It's hard to find people out here." And I'm just like, man,
Yeah,
I don't know what I would do if I didn't have the ability to have friends like I do.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing right now. There's a lot of people
Mm.
stating
struggling.
that they just don't have friends or they've never had especially men or they've never had a romantic relationship.
Honestly, that's why I kind of advocate for men and women to be friends. Like,
Yeah.
because I feel like your relationship with Micah, mine with Cornell's, like, it's necessary. Like, that's my brother. Ew. You know, but
Yeah,
like,
I didn't even want to hear him talking about
Right.
sex.
but it's like, it's to have that perspective. And then also, like, it's like to be a safe space for him to be
Yeah.
able to talk about shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
to where I'm not going to bite off his head if he says some outlandish shit. Now, I'm going to cuss him out.
Right.
But it's a cuss out in a way that's not like, I'm not chastising you. I'm just giving you my goddamn opinion. I'm going
Yeah.
to cuss and use
Like
some
when
cute
they
filler
need to
words.
show those emotions
But
that
I
they
feel
don't
like-
feel comfortable
Right.
enough
Exactly.
to show
And I-
around their boys.
Right, and I feel like that's in itself is a problem, though. Like, I completely understand that we are more capable of, like, having certain conversations with them, but at the same time, that's still not teaching them to be better men in the sense as far as accepting each other. Because if every man come to a woman for the advice and y'all can never talk to each other, I feel like there's still something missing. Because at the end of the day, like, I could talk to a guy and get a guy's standpoint on something, right?
Yeah.
But if I come to y'all for certain stuff, there's certain things that they just will never understand or
Right.
never be able to relate to of what I'm explaining
Right.
or what I'm going through. And I think that is very important for them to be able to have, whether it be you have a friend that's a female or the opposite sex, but they still should definitely have that. They should be able to have that foundation
With
when
some
it comes
guys.
with some
Yeah.
other guys.
I-
And have that safe space there because they could understand them on a different level that we don't.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I think that's one thing I can say. Like when I went to London and I just saw Micah's friends surround him.
Yeah.
I think-
have that.
I think what it was is when Micah supports somebody, like truly supports somebody, he gonna be there. He gonna be there for you. He gonna be there for your kids. He gonna be there for your families, the whole 9 yards. And then it was good to see them do the same for him, you know, because the first and hardest part is getting people to show up for
Yeah,
you.
I agree. Consistently.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy to talk on the phone. It's easy to make plans and go out somewhere. But having people show up to a family a barbecue,
Yeah.
And spend time, like not just like pass through,
All right,
like
let
you
me
there.
grab my
But
plate.
I think
Right.
that that's rare in general for everyone at this day and age. Like it's very rare
To
to
be
have
in
people, being present. Like that's for women and for men, because like even like with you guys, like my dad say it all the time. My brother say it all the time. Like in my mom, like all of them, they acknowledge it's like you have really good people in your life because you don't see that often, and it's not from just a man's perspective or anything like that. And one thing I do know about both of my parents, they're givers. Like they care about you. They're giving 110%. They're there and they're present, but they weren't getting that same
Thing
From
back.
the
thing in
people around
return
them.
in comparison to the amount that they were giving out to people.
Yeah. My mom said the same thing. She was like, I wish I had that. And when she's talking about us and watching the podcast that she's able to watch, because she can't watch every episode.
Tickled.
She's
He's like, you got a sense of your mama.
I was like, Mom, you have Auntie Norma. She was like, yeah, but she lived far. So, but she was like, I wish I had what you guys have
Yeah.
because
My mom has Aunt Patty.
we the shit.
Yeah, my mom has Aunt
We
Patty.
are.
Yeah.
And we're also the shit living this soft life. So we're going
trying,
to.
Lauren.
We're trying. We're working
We
on
working
that.
on
We're
our.
working on it.
We're doing
It's an
doing the best we
evolution.
can.
I'm eating
It is.
grapes under the table tomorrow. When I got a man's next year, I'm gonna be done.
I'm not going to attribute it to grapes.
I'm not about to play with her.
What that mean?
I'm assuming them grapes.
Is that what that means?
No, you said under the table.
That was the
so
closest
shit.
thing
That was
that
the
I
closest
laid
thing.
out.
I'll
Then you
tell y'all
said
later.
you.
We gotta go.
Okay, I'm
We
sorry. I'm
talking about
sorry.
Okay.
We
Well, the
ended
time
it.
the time has come to say goodbye.
Here we
Goodbye,
are. I'm
my
ready for this
friend.
trip.
But we just want to thank y'all again for joining us today on another episode of Tribe Foolery. We want you to please go and follow all of our socials: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok,
Can everybody say their
YouTube.
name in their soft girl voice?
YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts as well. So I'm trying to do a different
go
Go
ahead
ahead
and, go
and
ahead and
outro.
give them your name and your soft girl
So
voice.
my name.
I'm gonna try it next. You go. You go.
Mi amo es Amanda.
Mi amo es Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, let me see. Hi.
I don't have
My name.
Sorry, go ahead. We like that. We love a mummer.
Oh.
She about to snort.
Okay.
Okay,
I
you got it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for listening to Tribe Foolery. Why are y'all laughing at me? Man, fuck it. Shit.
You gotta be sore.
You're gonna be sore. Okay, we gonna
Okay,
stop.
Amanda gonna go south first, and then you follow Amanda.
Okay. Oh God,
This is why. This
We
is our
gonna try
problem.
again.
we're so foolish.
Not me.
Please keep this in. So again, my name is Amanda.
Soy bello. Dominisha.
Oh,
My
shit.
name is Shakira.
Dude, shit, no.
You don't know her name?
No. Y'all pray for us.
Bye, y'all.
Okay.
What's your name?
Goodbye.
You can't do it? Okay.
She is crying.
She's Candy.
oh my
She's
god.
crying.
Oh.
That's who I am. Get out.
Hey, thank y'all
We
again.
love you guys. Love y'all.
She said, baby, what you gonna do